Keyan Hernandez, team champs wrestling in the green, and Daniel Guanajuato from Arizona in the red. Here we go, 113 pounds. We've crowned a champion at 106 in Mac Mager. We're looking for our 113-pound national champion from Arizona or from team champs. Both wrestlers feeling each other out here early in the match. Snap down attempt there by Guanajuato. Strong right arm as he controls the wrist on from the left side. Hernandez now trying to control the wrist there of Guanajuato right in the middle of the mat. Collar tie on the right side. Both wrestlers pushing and pulling. They've had their tough chances of getting here to the finals as Hernandez needed overtime to win his semifinal match against Skeba. And Guanajuato 11-4 decision win over Ramirez in the semis. Front head position there on the far side of the mat there from Guanajuato. And we're out of bounds. Minute 3 left here in the first. Both wrestlers not have had clear offensive attacks yet, but both feeling each other out. It is early here in the first. There's a nice shot there by Guanajuato. Re-attack there by Hernandez. Comes around and gets 2-point takedown. Great job there by Hernandez. Maximizing off not the best shot there by Guanajuato. So Hernandez with the re-attack and counter. A slide by on from the right side. Gets around Guanajuato and breaks down the hips for a mat return for a 2-point takedown. Hernandez now working from the top here. That cross body ride has that deep waist on from the left side as Guanajuato tried to control the wrist from the bottom and scoot himself out. But we run out of bounds. 25 ticks left here in the first period. Bottom guy set, top guy on. Hernandez takes on from the right side. Continue to go with that crab ride. Nicely done. Returning Guanajuato's hips down to the mats. And Hernandez now will go to work on from the right side, controlling those wrists from underneath. Staying behind the elbows, working with that 2-on-1 from underneath. With about 5 seconds left in the first. So comfortable ride for Hernandez as he successfully gets a 2-point takedown from a re-attack in the first. He will lead going into our second period. Guanajuato's choice. He will pick in the third period, and Hernandez will pick down. Hernandez will have a chance here to get out from the bottom and increase his lead on top of the Fargo All-American from Arizona, Daniel Guanajuato from Valiant College Prep. Third at Fargo's and third at Cadet Trials. Hernandez, heavy hips, immediately gets up to his feet and gets a 1-point escape. Great job by Hernandez, camping out here on his feet right in the middle of the mat, challenging Guanajuato. You're going to have to return me to the mat or give me my 1 point. The latter happens. 1-point escape there for Hernandez, increases lead 3-0. Some intensity shown here from Guanajuato as he gets around there from Hernandez. Slide by attempt, and that's 2 points. Very good mat awareness. Wrestling 101 there from Guanajuato, knowing that Hernandez tried to get in on this single leg, doing a couple fakes, but Guanajuato stays square with him, stays his vision between the shoulders, does not get careless from outside, and slide by and great counterattack and a mat return to get a 2-point takedown. And now a 1-point escape for Hernandez because Guanajuato knows I can work here from the neutral position. I'm going to give a 1-point escape to Hernandez right away. So now it is 4-2. And Hernandez gets it on his single leg on the side of the mat here. Strong hips here from Guanajuato. Controlling the wrist. Get those wrists off his leg and we're out of bounds. Nice attack on the side of the mat there from Hernandez, but Guanajuato was able to get his hips out from underneath him, control the wrists, and peel those wrists away from his leg. 1:04 left here in the second period. Both wrestlers controlling each other's wrists, collar tie on the right side, controlling the elbow on from the right side there from Guanajuato. Hernandez trying to level change, gets on his knees, immediately gets right back up to his feet. As Guanajuato applying that pressure, pushing and pulling. Pushing Hernandez here on the side of the mat to put pressure on the head. and trying to force Hernandez making any ill-advised shot. And Guanajuato slide by attempt, but we're out of bounds. Both wrestlers have done a great job of being aware of that first period of knowing what is my opponent going to do from his feet. How is he going to make that shot? As a stall call on Hernandez. Guanajuato almost got a takedown around for that re-attack. But Hernandez immediately gets right back up to his feet and faces him and stops any takedown from happening. Not the best shot by Hernandez. Guanajuato tried to spin around 100 miles per hour. But Hernandez immediately gets him right back up to his feet and faces him. After a stall called on Hernandez with 13 seconds left here in the second. There's a nice upper body trip. Nice job by Hernandez stopping anything from happening. Squaring up immediately. When Guanajuato had the underhook on and tried to use the trip as well. But Hernandez keeps himself stationary and square in front of Guanajuato's eyesight and no takedown. Third and final period will start on our feet. 4-2 lead here for Team Champs Wrestling's Keyan Hernandez. Guanajuato putting pressure with a double under, stalling called once again on Hernandez. 1 point for Guanajuato. Guanajuato putting the pressure in the neutral position here on Hernandez, forcing him to back away and not circle in. And that is his second stall call. A takedown for Guanajuato will take the lead. Minute 34 left here in the third and final period at 113 pounds. There's a shot there by Guanajuato. Guanajuato dumps off the right side and you'll get a takedown. 5-4 lead for Guanajuato. With 3 escapes and now his most important takedown of the whole tournament, Daniel Guanajuato. It's a nice single leg with that far wrist, dumps him off to the side, makes it look easy, but drag off to the right side and a 2-point takedown. And we've got some blood time here from Hernandez. Guanajuato putting pressure on Hernandez from the neutral position, controlling those wrists, controlling the ties, pushing forward and forcing Hernandez to get in uncomfortable positions to push forward and try to get a couple shots off. But Guanajuato has been spectacular from the counterattacks. And he pays off, getting a takedown of his own here in the third. 5-4 lead for the valiant college prep student, Daniel Guanajuato. Hernandez, like I said, needed overtime to get here in the finals. He is from Billings, Montana. Team Champs Wrestling Club. He's a 2-time Montana State champion and NHSCA All-American in 2022, just last week, and then was a 2021 preseason national champ, and also a 2-time state champion, as I mentioned, from Montana. Undefeated in his last 2 seasons. But he's got some work to do here. He is behind. Well, now he let him out. We're now 5-5. So we're not behind anymore, but Guanajuato trying to get that 7-5 lead here. We're on our feet. After the blood time, Guanajuato says, let's just go up on our feet. I don't want to ride you. And I'm going to get my second takedown of the third period. Guanajuato leads 7-5. And doing a great job of riding here on the far left side of the mats. Guanajuato has figured out his arsenal in the third period. And with that short side single leg, and Mulman gets his single leg, works around the hips, and does not allow Hernandez to get any sort of defense from that single leg attack. And that's happened twice. Guanajuato with 2 takedowns in the third and 3 escapes in the first and second period. He's now going to try to ride Hernandez tough with 24 seconds left. Daniel Guanajuato, a third-place finisher at Fargo, a third-place finisher at Cadet Trials, and now the Arizona native is 8 seconds away from getting a national championship here in the Folkstyle Nationals of 2022. 3 seconds left, stalling called on Guanajuato, and that will do it. No points. Daniel Guanajuato with a big surge with 2 takedowns in the third period will put him on top for the tournament's first place winner, Daniel Guanajuato.